Hi everyone, my name is Maddie, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this video where we have one aim, and that is to break my reading slump. So, breaking a reading slump in one day is definitely a little bit overly ambitious, but I guess at least I'm hoping to read one book. I have been in a huge reading slump recently. I've also been in a content making slump. You will notice there have been no videos for God knows how long. And honestly, I make no promises about there being regular videos coming up. I said like a month ago that I was gonna go back to doing 2 or 3 videos a week. I think I've done 1 video since then. It's not happening, I'm busy. And that's the thing, I say reading slump, like 90% of it is just because I'm so busy. Honestly, I do want to read, but I'm in this really stupid impasse where just like fluffy romance isn't quite doing it for me, which is my normal go-to when I'm busy, but I'm too mentally drained to read anything with like actual substance. So I'm reading nothing. I've read about 20 pages in the last 3 weeks. I have read one book, I read a romance book, but that was a good few weeks ago now and I've not faced reading anything since. So I've been shit with reading, but we have a plan. So I realised what I need to do at the moment is reread, because obviously I have enough brain capacity to read something I've read before. And so I instantly went to, favourites shelf. Should I be rereading 10,000 Doors of January or Starless Sea, something like that. But both of those books are pretty intensive. They're kind of weird. They're really lyrical. It's, So I was like, maybe not. Maybe that's too much. Maybe I don't quite have the brain power just to read those. And so I started looking at like other books I've read before, and I was looking at YA contemporaries and other fantasy books, but I'm kind of in a fantasy slump. YA contemporary it's not a thing I reread often, because once you've read them, I kind of know them quite well, and I need something that I don't know so well. Then I had a thought. I have 2 series at my family home where I've been this morning and picked them up, which are quite frankly kind of trashy. But I've read them before and I know I love them, and I'm not saying these are quality books, but I love them. The first series, I've actually not got to go grab it. Okay, so the first series is, I'm not really sure what it's called. I've always referred to it as like the Soulmate series, but it's the Finding Sky by Joss Sterling, so it's like this whole series. I've read these books multiple times. I used to have them all on Kindle, and whenever I was bored, I just read them, and I used to easily read these in a day, like each one. And I just love them. Very vague overview premise is just you're following a family of savants, and they have like actual soulmates, and when they meet someone, they like realize it's their soulmate. And so basically it's these like 7 or 6 brothers trying to track down their soulmates. It was great. I loved this series wholeheartedly. So this was option 1. This is actually what made me think of doing this. But I think option 2 is what I'm going to be going with today. So option 2 is the House of Night series. I'm not going to pick up the whole series. I have all like 13, 14 books. I don't know how many there are, lots over there. I brought the whole lot with me. I've just got the first one here. And this is probably the first time I ever like binged a series. I remember I was at my grandparents', I found this one in a charity shop, read it, and I remember like going to the library to get all the others like rapidly, like as soon as they came in, and I was having a great time. But I only read, I think, up to book 10, because I think that's when I was caught up, and I never followed the series past that, because I wasn't really reading much at the time. So I love these. I remember absolutely flying through them before, but I now own them. I didn't used to own them. I bought them like in charity shops over the years, so that I do actually own the whole series now. But I've not even read them all, and now there's new ones coming out, so it's been a thing that I kind of feel I want to catch up on them, but also I couldn't quite be bothered because it's a long series. This is trash. I'm not expecting this to be good, but I am expecting it to be fun. And it's October, it's spooky season. I don't really do spooky season, like, at all, but Spookathon is happening, and I'm a host, and I would love to take part if it wasn't the fact I wasn't reading. And the very first prompt is black cover. So I can make this work. We can take part in Spookathon. So basically the goal for the day is to read this. It's quite long. It's like 350 pages, so I may not get through all of it. It is about 1 PM, so I do have quite a lot of the day, though I do need to get this video finished at a time where I can edit it. So we're gonna try and basically read this whole book today and see if this can kind of slightly kickstart me getting back into reading by reading 2 really trashy series or one of these series to kind of make reading a bit more accessible, and then hopefully maybe that'll carry me through to a time where I'm not quite as tired the whole time and I can read something proper. I don't know. I'm really, really busy. And my weekends are also packed, so I just never have time. But we're going to read Marked by PC and Kristen Cast today. This is vampire. I know very little about it. I think it's like vampires and someone goes to a school to learn how to be a vampire. I don't know. I remember it being good. I'm not sure it will be, but I think it'll be fun. So that is my plan today. Other than that, it's going to be chilling around my flat, having a nice time. If we get into the evening, might have a glass of gin, gonna light some, atmospheric candles, just have a cozy, chill reading day is the plan. But finally, before I get into the reading and letting you know what the House of Night series is like, God, it must be like many years after it first came out. When did it come out? 2007. So good 14 years later, see if it's still any good. But before getting into that, I really want to quickly talk about the sponsor of this video, which is LUISA. They're very kindly sponsored this video, and I have never done a sponsored video before. This is a first for me, and I genuinely wouldn't do it unless it was a product I really believe in, and even more so now than when I signed up for this sponsorship. I really do want to hype this company to you. Obviously, you will have seen LUISA probably across the booktube sphere. People have talked about them before, but their jewelry pieces are stunning, like absolutely stunning. So it's all proper like fine jewelry from America, and it's really good prices actually. And I have a few of the pieces which I'll show off in a second, and I received them maybe 2 weeks ago now, and I've been wearing them ever since. I've been wanting to up my jewelry game for a really long time. I literally wear the same 2 pairs of earrings and hadn't taken them out in about 2.5 years, to the extent I almost couldn't get them out because they'd like fused shut, because I genuinely hadn't taken them out in like over 2 years. So I've been really lazy with my jewelry and really wanting to up it. Like I possibly want some new piercings and stuff, and oh my God, the LUISA stuff has just leveled up my jewelry game. So I'm gonna show you the pieces. I'm gonna show you an awkward close-up with one of my ears because I think it looks really fucking cool. But other than that, I will just show you the pieces individually because I'm a little bit obsessed with them. Okay, I had to move the camera so that it's in the light, but starting with the awkward close-up of my ear, this is what I'm obsessed with. This main earring is just one I had anyway, but these little huggy ones and the cuff are both LUISA, and I'm obsessed. I literally put this cuff on and I'm now considering getting that pierced because I love it so much. And I've got same in the other ear with the little huggy one. And then also this necklace, which I'll take off so I can show you a little bit closer. So this is the necklace. You can see it is 2 necklaces on the same chain. So they're very much like connected. So they can't like cross over and get tangled and stuff, which is really nice. And they stay at the set lengths. So you have one here, which is just this really shiny little pendant. And then one, which is just this like chain with little balls on it. Okay, my camera's having a focus struggle there, but they both just hang really nicely when you have them both on. So yeah, they just hang really nicely and I love them. I love stacked necklaces, so I like that it's automatically stacked. It's no effort from me. And I've never really been one that does necklaces and bracelets too much. You can see I don't do that. I do rings, but other than rings and earrings, I've never done much, but I'm really enjoying having this as like a central piece when I've got all the ear stuff in, because gold jewelry is also a new like thing for me, so that's quite exciting. But I am honestly obsessed with these pieces. They are stunning. I've been wearing them non-stop since getting them, and I'm kind of obsessed. These are gonna be the new don't take out for 2 years kind of deal. So massive fan. I highly recommend this company. I do have a discount code. If you use browsing10, it'll obviously be in the description, all linked. That'll get you 10% off. And I just also, final thing I want to shout out, because I'm an absolute nerd, is the packaging, because it's really cool. So they came in these little pouches, which you can see are stunning colors, and they're fabric and they're lovely. And I'm just gonna show them off because I'm obsessed. First is the little orange one, which is what the ear cuff came in. And you will see this actually has jewelry in it currently. I've been using it to take my jewelry for work because I travel a lot, and this is the perfect size to put all my rings in. And they're these little fabric cases. Obviously they're just empty. And they have these really strong magnets. And I just think it's gorgeous. I really do. And as you can see, I've been using this one to take all my jewelry to site with me every week at the moment. And then there's the little blue one, which is a different aspect. And then the beige kind of tan taupe one, which I especially love because it's got 2 sections. So you can see here, it's like you could separate out your jewelry. I just love these, and I love that it's come in like a sustainable packaging that you can then reuse. It doesn't just, like, it does come on a card like most jewelry does, but it doesn't just come in a way that like you can't really reuse. So I love these, and I'm already using them and will continue to do so. So massive props for that. But yeah, all the stuff we linked in my description, please check them out. Genuinely phenomenal. I'm obsessed. You know. But with that out of the way, I'm gonna go read, I guess, for the first time in a long time. Feels very weird. Let's hope this does it for me. Hello, so I thought I'd do a reading update. For some reason, I am reading incredibly slowly. So it is now 4:30, so I've been reading for like 3 hours, and I've only managed 88 pages. So I don't know if I'm gonna get this done today. I'm gonna keep going, but I am getting hungry, so I'm just about to go out, buy some food and cook, and I'll probably watch a bit of TV whilst I eat. So that'll be a bit of a delay there. I will admit, I've not been reading for the whole 3 hours. I've definitely had some distractions. Last time I did a challenge like this, it was like some proper intense reading or trying to read a book in a day, I turned my phone completely off. I don't want to do that today, but I am just about to go and block all of my social media apps because I'm definitely falling into a bit of a scrolling kind of phase. But at least an hour of this is definitely Steph's fault. Steph from Steph Loves, who I love with my whole heart. Me and her communicate in voice notes a lot and regularly send like 10-minute voice notes back and forth. But Steph's gone to a whole new level today. We've had a 27-minute voice note followed by a 15-minute voice note. So that's like 45 minutes gone because I was listening and responding to those. I do listen to them on 1.5 times speed. I don't listen to them on 1 because I don't have the attention span. But yeah, I've still had like 2 hours of reading and only managed 80 pages, so I don't know what I'm up to, and I've got 300 pages left almost. 300, 200, how long is this book again? 350, so 250 pages left. So I need to get a shift on if I'm gonna get this done today, because I've got a long way to go still. So I'm gonna get back into it. I am enjoying it. It is so dated. Oh my God, like I'm enjoying it because it's nostalgic and I can, like, I'm old enough to look past the things being said, but this is such a like product of the 2000s where like some of the language used is questionable, and like the best way to insult someone is to call them fat or ugly, and it's stupid. Glad that's less of a thing nowadays, thank God. Much needed. So this is definitely a product of its time from the early 2000s, late 2000s I guess, but yeah, definitely you can tell when this was written, but it's still kind of funny. I'm still quite enjoying it. Because, you know, as I said, I can just kind of ignore that. If it was a book published today, I'd be having a lot more issue. I'd be like, that, I don't like this at all. But, you know, it's a context thing. It's the time it was written in. I can look past that and just enjoy the core story. So I had a bit of fun with it. I'm intrigued to keep reading. I am both excited and concerned about the prospect this may end up me wanting to like read all of the books really fast, because in some ways, yay, I'm reading. In some ways, I should probably also read other things, but we'll see how it goes. For now, enjoying it, intrigued. A lot seems to be happening. We've got to the school. It is like a school to learn to be a vampire. I was right in that. As I was saying that earlier, I just felt like that couldn't be right, but that is in fact the case. I have very, very little memory of what happens in this series as a whole, so I have literally no idea what's coming. So I'm just gonna keep reading and find out. Hello, vlog update. Apologies for the very yellow light. I have my like cute sofa side light on because I just like it. Oh dear, I've got books getting damaged behind me. But reading update. So it's quite late. It's like 9 PM. It's 10. I need to go to bed. I need to go to bed soon. It's not been as efficient at reading day as I would have liked. I've got 230 pages in though. Not half bad. I think I'm going to extend this vlog to tomorrow. It was meant to be like a super intense reading day, and it has been quite intense. I've not been on my phone nearly as much as normal, hence why I've got 230 pages done. But I've not had the most efficient reading day. I've not had the best day. I've had some really good bits. So like I was on the phone to one of my friends for a couple hours earlier because we are planning a trip to Paris for like a month's time, which is so exciting. And so it's about like an hour and a half planning that. We've been meaning to go on holiday together forever. It's me and my best friend. And we knew we were gonna go somewhere, and then we finally decided on Paris, and so we've been planning that, which has been really cool. And then I spent a good chunk of time just being sad because I have to do something for work tomorrow, which isn't ideal. It's like quite a fun part of the job, but it results in hell with travel. So I normally had to set off at about 7 a.m. on a Monday, and it was looking like I was going to have to set off at 5:15 tomorrow. I think I've maybe found a way around it, but either way, that put me in a bit of a mood slump for a while, the prospect of having to get up at like 4:45 tomorrow morning. When I still have a lot of life stuff to get done tonight. So I think I'm probably going to put the book down for now and get on with some of that life stuff. Just like doing some laundry and washing my hair for the work week. Like, you know, boring standard stuff that needs doing. So I think I'm going to go do some of that now, and then I'll try and read a little bit more later. But this, it's so dated. It's exactly what I said earlier. There is definitely language in here which... questionable. Don't like it a whole lot. If this was recently published, I'd be calling it out for being problematic, but I'm going to overlook it because it was 2007, and I'm not reading this recommending it as a good piece of literature. I literally said at the beginning I am rereading trash nostalgia, so we're gonna forgive it because it's kind of fun. I am having a lot of fun with it. It's the exact kind of easy, pacey, very overdramatic. The main character's kind of annoying me, I'm not gonna lie. She's just a bit stupid, but I love the friends and I love the love interest, so I'm letting the main character be annoying. Definitely an interesting story. I was wondering at the beginning of this, because it says like they go to this school for 4 years. I was like, how are there 12 or whatever? I'm still not counting how many books if it's only 4 years. But I think she's been at this school for 3 days and we're 200 pages in, so they're somehow stretching it out. It doesn't feel remotely like it's dragging. It's genuinely really interesting and I'm having a really fun time with it. So I'll probably finish this tomorrow. I've got a couple long train journeys tomorrow, and although I'll be working mainly, they are outside of work hours, so I'm not gonna make myself work on all of them. Honestly, I'll probably fall asleep on some of them, as I normally do, but I'll probably try and read a bit, so I'll try and finish this one tomorrow. Not exactly sure when I'm gonna finish this video. I was gonna edit it today, it's now far too late, but I'll try and get it edited maybe later in the week, so who knows, my life is chaos, I'm dying, but we're good. I'm having a better time than I should be, I'm not gonna lie. But I'm having fun. I'm having fun reading, and as we said, the one goal for this video was to get out of a slump, so definitely getting there. I don't feel like this is going to get me out of a slump to an extent where I could then read anything, but it's making reading seem less intimidating than it was feeling, meaning I would be relatively confident to pick up like more trashy books after this and feel like I could consistently read those. I think it'll be a while until I feel up to reading anything substantial again, but that's fine. I can read the fun trash in the meantime, because although I don't really care about my Goodreads goal, the fact that I was so nearly done with it so early, it was annoying me that it was looking like I wouldn't get there. And I have, I think, 16 books left to finish to get to my Goodreads goal, and I've got 2.5 months. And it was really bugging me that I was also like that many books away like 2 months ago when it looked really easy, and suddenly it looks really hard. But if I read a lot of trash books and I can read 2 a week, then I'll be fine. I just need to do that. It has to happen. I have to do it. I have to reach my Goodreads goal, even though I don't care, it doesn't matter. I just want to. But yes, House of Night series, utter trash, I'm having a great time. It fits spoopathon prompts for dark cover and comfort reread, so we're taking it. Hello, so it has been about 5 days since we last spoke. It is now Friday. You'll notice my voice is a little bit gone. I may have been at a work party yesterday. There may have been yelling. There may have been singing. I'm gonna do my best. My voice is gone every Friday because of work, honestly. But I thought I would do a quick reading update and then also a mini haul. I'm gonna do the reading update first and then we'll do the haul. So, reading update. I have finished Marked. I finished this on Monday. I'm very proud of myself reading a book in less than 24 hours after not reading for so freaking long. I'm not saying this is a good book. I'm not saying this is a book that should be out there. I am saying I had a good time reading it. It's great fun. These books were a lot of fun. They're so quick, they're so easy. Definitely for older readers, which I kind of appreciate because it's technically teenagers at a school, but it very much feels like late teens at college vibes, but like a bit toned down. It's just great fun. These books are great. The main character is kind of not that great. I like all the other characters though. I don't agree with her a lot, and I don't love her, but it's fine. The plot's ridiculous, completely predictable, chosen one has all the powers trope, and it's phenomenal. But it just brought me great joy, and I am now partway through Betrayed. I think I'm about halfway, actually, if not just past. Yeah, about the halfway mark. I'm paid 196 out of 380, so almost exactly halfway. And I'm having a good time. I'm still having a good time. I won't be finishing this today. I've got plans most of the weekend, so I don't know when I'll finish this. Maybe Saturday, maybe not. There may be a couple more reading clips in this video, but there won't be loads because this video needs to be edited and go up. But I'm having a great time with this. It's very similar to the first one, except there's more boy drama, and I'm kind of here for it. These are so dated, like you can tell that these are late 2000s, early 2010s books, like you can tell. But I kind of don't care because it's fun. And I'm going to read this one. After this, I think I'm probably going to switch to another series, which is actually one of the things I'm going to unbox in a second. But nonetheless, I'm having a good time. And I think over the next few months, I might like go through these slowly because I can literally read one in a day when I have time. So I feel like every so often, like once a month to the reading day, fly through one of these, get the series done, it'll be funny. So I'm having a good time. I would recommend if you're looking for some trash. I wouldn't recommend them as actual like good books. But let's do the unboxing, because honestly I've only got my camera out because I want to do the unboxing and haul because I want to open the packages I've got. So, right, we know I have no self-restraint. We know this. I like buying books. And I, you know, picked books up and started reading and got really excited, so I ordered lots of books. To be fair, every single one of these books is a book I've been planning to order for ages. None of them are like spontaneous. I mean, one that I've got a box set series, which I'll get out in a minute, which is spontaneous, but like I've had it in my mind to buy for literal years. I just never got round to it. This was finally the moment I got round to it. So we're going to start with the big box because that should have, oh my god, I can't even pick it up. It's so heavy. This big box, yes, it's Amazon, I'm sorry, because this is the one I really want to get into and it's heavy. So there are 6 books in here. There is a series of 5 in a box set, and then there is also one other book. And they're all hardback, which is why it's so bloody heavy. The one other book, I mean, you'll see what it is in a minute, is a book I've been waiting for it to come out for forever. So I'm very excited to finally have it because it feels like I've been waiting ages for it at this point. Give me a minute, I'm just gonna go cut this open because I'm failing. We all know I can't multitask and I really need to stop trying because it never goes well. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Okay, we'll do the individual book first. This is House Fires by Conor Franta, which I'm very, very excited about. So this is Conor Franta's 3rd book. His first one, which is, oh my god, what's it called? The first one. The first one's called Work in Progress, the second one's called Notes to Self, and this one is House Fires. I have read the majority of Work in Progress, but I don't think I finished it. Notes to Self is one of my favourite books ever. It is just essays and poetry and photography is what he does in these books, and they're amazing. So it's like, you have a poem and a red page, you have a really gorgeous photo, and then you have an essay. And honestly, the last one of these I read about 2 years ago now, and it, oh my god, I adored it. It was exactly what I needed to read. It was so reflective for me. It really meant a lot to me, I'm not gonna lie. And I do want to reread it. I read it at like the exact perfect time in my life, which is really cool. And he has another one. And I feel like I think Conor Franta's like a couple years older than me maybe, and it's just for some reason like the way he writes about the things he's going through, I just relate to so much and find so interesting and so enlightening. So I'm very excited to read this. And they're also just gorgeous books because his photography is stunning and I love the way he writes, and I'm very, very excited. We do then have the box set, which I'm going to try and get out of here. I'm so excited, they're so pretty. Da da da, it's kind of half in plastic. Oh my god. Okay, I've got it out of the plastic, I got it out of the box. Da da da! Look at this. This is the American hardbacks of the Percy Jackson Heroes of Olympus series, which is the 2nd Percy Jackson series. I think it's still Percy Jackson. Is it just Heroes of Olympus? I don't even know. Basically, I read Percy Jackson many, 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 many years ago, and then I reread it all last year and loved it, and I've been meaning to read the next series. And I thought, whilst I'm in a mood where I want trash, aka easy but enjoyable, this is perfect. They're middle grade, early YA, therefore very, very accessible to read. and I love Rick Riordan, and I know they're really diverse, and everyone says they're amazing, and they're stunning, and I've been wanting the American hardbacks for these for forever. I don't own them in any edition, so I got the American hardbacks, and they're so pretty. I'm very excited about this. Very excited, and I'll be reading these. And also, I've been wanting to read these, as I said, for ages, and I do want to read Trials of Apollo as well. I'm really keen to get to, because it just sounds hilarious, and Apollo's always been my favourite Greek god, for no good reason, but just always has been. So really keen to read Trials of Apollo, because it literally follows Apollo, not even his kid, it follows him, if I'm correct. I could be wrong, but I think that's it. But also, obviously, the Percy Jackson TV show is kind of in the works at the moment. And literally, like, the day before I ordered these, Marcus Sherry was announced to be writing a new trilogy featuring Nico. And Nico is in the Percy Jackson books, but not that much. I get the impression he's a much bigger character in this series, because I think this follows, like, the original trio. Does it? I'm doubting myself now. I have no idea if this actually features... oh yeah, join new and old friends from Camp Half-Blood. Okay, so yeah, we'll definitely feature the trio, even if it doesn't follow them. But nonetheless, it's Rick Riordan, Greek gods, good fun, I'm hyped. So this is probably what I'm going to start digging into once I have finished the trade. Okay, so we have 2 other books, and then we do actually have an ILLUMICRATE, which I thought I may as well unbox now quickly. So first up, this is a book I have wanted for, again, a very, very, very long time. And have not been able to track down, and then all of a sudden I was checking my Amazon wish list just to like see if any books were on offer or whatever, and spotted that this edition was back in stock, and I ordered it, and it is The Tea Dragon Festival by Katie O'Neill. I have the Tea Dragon Society. I need to buy Tea Dragon's Tapestry, but I've been getting annoyed because the hardcover for this has been out of stock for forever, and I have the hardcover of the first one, so I wanted the hardcover of this one. So when I went home the other day and brought these books back with me, I also brought Tea Dragon Society, so I can read that one, then I can read the Tapestry Festival, and then I can order Tapestry and read that one too. I'm very excited. These are gorgeous graphic novel series. They're queer, they're cute as hell dragons. I'm very excited. I need an easy win right now as well. And then the last book. I cannot tell you how much I've been anticipating this one. Anyone who knows me, when I open this, will understand why I've been anticipating this one so much. I've wanted this for so long. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm so excited. It's the new Alex Harrow. So this is a tour novella. I love tour novellas. I've spoken about it a million and one times. I also have a whole video on my channel of testing do I love tour novellas, where I read 8 of them in a week and reviewed them all. It was good fun. It's a good video. But this is a Spindle Splintered, which Alex Harrow has openly said she regrets naming that. Well, not regrets, but like apologizes for naming that because none of us can say it. It's mind bender every time, a Spindle Splintered. But it is like a gothic feminist retelling of, I'm assuming, Sleeping Beauty with the prick in the finger thing. But it's also got someone falling, which feels very Alice in Wonderland vibes. I don't know. I don't normally do retellings, but it's Alex E. Harrow, and it's 100 pages, and it has these gorgeous like silhouette illustrations the whole way through, and I'm really, really, really fucking excited, to say the least. Might try and read this this coming week. It is looking like I might be working from home next week, so an evening curled up reading this sounds like a good plan to me. I'm very excited. I cannot wait. But yes, now, I don't know if I've already said this, my brain is so tired right now. Onto an ILLUMICRATE unboxing. Yay, I have an ILLUMICRATE which I need to unbox, and I thought why not do it now? So this is the September box, which was Bitter End. To the Bitter End? To the Bitter End. I have already had a sneaky peek, I'm sorry, but I'm excited. It's ILLUMICRATE. I am an ILLUMICRATE rep. If you want to get 5% off a 3 or 6 month subscription, use the code browsing5. It will all be in the description, as always, go check there. But let's do an unboxing. I will admit, this is not my favourite ILLUMICRATE box we've ever had, and I've seen quite a lot of people echoing that, in that they obviously spent a lot of money on the book, because the book is stunning. No question, the book is gorgeous. And they've obviously spent a lot of the budget for the box on that book, but I, along with everyone else, wish they'd done like one high value item instead of trying to get the same number of items as normal and making them not as nice. So it's not my favourite box, but nonetheless, we're going to go through it. The first item, though, I do think is really cool and very appropriate considering the unboxing I just did. And it is this. It is, I'm trying to show it off, like an enamel sword. And it is Percy Jackson's sword, which I'm blanking on the name of. I should know this. Riptide. I definitely knew that. But it's this like cool replica sword. I do quite like this. I think it's quite cool. And I think it's the start of a new series they're going to be doing, which is good fun. Like everyone else, I have no idea how I'm going to display this, but I'll figure that one out at some point. Next up is an enamel pin set by November and May, which is for These Vandalites by Chloe Gong. It is these two pretty flowers, a lotus, lily and a rose, lotus and a rose. Okay, the spoiler card just says white flower and scarlet, so not completely sure, but it's this two that are connected by a chain, which I think are meant to be like, obviously I don't have a collared shirt on, but you put them on like the lapels of a shirt and the chain hangs, which I always think is quite cool, so I do quite like that. But you'll notice at the end there's a lot of enamel items in this, which is generally the main complaint. The next item is a little pouch, which is this. I thought this was Game of Thrones. I think it's actually Throne of Glass. I think there's dragons in that. Yeah, Manon and Abraxas, which is definitely Throne of Glass. I thought this was Daenerys from Game of Thrones. But it's this little pouch. It's quite a nice, like, slightly waterproof material, but not my kind of thing. I don't tend to use pouches like that anyway, and if I did, I don't like pieces of art on them. I like patterns almost more, just more my kind of vibe. And then the last few bits, we have a magnet set, which is characters from Ember in the Ashes apparently. I have not read that series, so I don't know the characters, but it's really cool artwork anyway. I don't really have anywhere in my flat to put up magnets, because like my fridge and freezer are covered in a door, wood. Oh my god, I'm so tired. But nonetheless, these are quite cool. Again, not my kind of thing, but still cool. We do then have an item which I adore wholeheartedly, however. I don't think I'm going to use this item how it's intended. I think I'm just going to display it. But these are meant to be shoe charms, so you put them on your shoelaces. But they're Strange the Dreamer, and they're super pretty. So the quote between the two of them is "Dream up something wild and improbable." Yeah, I just doubted myself. That is the quote, of course it is. And they're these gorgeous little shoe charms. Honestly, I'm probably going to display this little card on my Strange the Dreamer shelf because I think the designs are gorgeous. But I probably won't put them on my laces because they just get scratched up. Like, I don't wear enamel pins anymore because I lose them. Don't want to risk scratching them. They're just going to be displayed. We are now going to do the book and then the pin that goes with it. So the book of this month is Empire of the Vampire by J. Kristoff. I am quite excited to read this book, and Illumicrate have absolutely killed it on the aesthetics. So the general cover of this book is like black and red, very much fits the spoiler card. Illumicrate went different. So this is white with gold and like the shiniest black. So that in itself is stunning. And then we're gonna do this in priority order of how cool bits are. Next up, we have the author note with a gorgeous piece of art. Very cool, big fan. Then we have the page that was signed, which is just a really nice end paper, properly signed. Very cool. Then, oh God, it just gets better and better, this book. Then we have the naked hardcover, which has one of the house crests on the front. I think it's Voss. Yeah, so it's got Voss, and then shiny spine, and then All Shall Kneel printed on the back. And then we have the best bit. Look at the edges! Is this not the coolest thing you've ever seen? I think these were laser printed. People for ages were really weird, like, sprayed's better than laser printed. No, it's not! Look at this! This is so cool! It's like a castle and birds and a forest. And it's even got like tiny little stars. It's just incredible. I honestly think this is one of my favourite editions I've ever seen of a book. It is just beautiful. And I will not be reading this edition because I'm very scared about damaging it. And I do have another edition. So, yes, I'm very excited for this. Oh, I'll show you the pin. I forgot the pin. I'm all over the place, aren't I? Okay, I just got it out of its plastic, and this is the pin. So it's a little pretty sword with a banner, and the quote says, "May the dark know your name and despair." So, pretty cool. As ever, Stacey McKebbie Gaunt's gorgeous art. I love it. So that is the Illumicrate September box. Those are all the books I've bought recently. I'm having a great time. And hopefully I keep reading. I will try and do a few more updates about reading in this vlog, but I'm going to finish it this weekend. So there's not many days left to do that. But I will get back to you when I've hopefully read some more. Hello, so it is a few days later. Ignore the wet hair. I'm just doing a very quick clip to round out this vlog. But we do actually have a very successful reading update. I finished this day before yesterday. I was on a couple of really long trains. Well, not that long. Trains up to Leeds to see a friend. And so in that time I finished this. Again, it's not quality, it's still fun. I am probably going to continue with this series, but not right now. I'm putting it down, reading something different for a couple books, and then I might go back to it because I feel like if I tried to read 12 of these back to back, I would get horrifically burnt out. So put it down for a minute. Did have a very funny thing though of us chatting to my friend up in Leeds who reads quite a lot, but reads like proper epic fantasy. Like they just finished reading June and loved it. And I was saying to them, like, oh, I'm reading trash at the moment. And I told them that I'm reading this series, and they read it when they were a kid. So that brought me great joy. Like, I feel like this book series was pretty big when it was a thing, but like I've never found anyone else who read it other than a few people online. So that was just really amusing. But I'm done with this. I'm done with this series for now. But what I picked up after, which I've actually made pretty good progress in, like almost done with, is Finding Sky. This is apparently called the Benedicts series, which I don't like at all. I still think of it as like the Soulmate series, but these are good fun. As I think I've already said, it follows family of savants who are basically looking for their soulmates, and it's great. The one thing I'd forgotten is I remember this being very rom-com-y, and the first 200 pages have been, but it's starting to get into the like angsty, these people are being chased by bad people, like drama side, which I completely forgot was an aspect of these books, and I'm like, I just wanted the cute rom-com, but I'm almost done with this. I'll finish it. I'm having a great time rereading it. I still love all the love interests. Like all the brothers are just phenomenal and I want them all and it's amazing. So I'm gonna finish this one and then I don't know, might move on to Percy Jackson, might read House Fires, which I hold, might read the Alex E. Harrow, which I hold, might read another one of these, might go back to the Match series. I don't know, but I think the one thing I can quite conclusively say is the goal of this video is to break the reading slump, and I am not saying this is permanently broken. I feel like that's far too ambitious, but it's definitely safe to say we've made some good progress. I've read 3 books in basically a week, or nearly, slightly over a week and slightly less than 3 books, but that's huge. I've not read in months, so that's a huge, huge win. I finally found the thing that makes me feel like I'm up to reading, so I'm very excited. But that is it for the video. It's plenty long enough as it is. I just edited most of it, so it's plenty long enough. But yeah, I will see you all at some point for another video. I'm not gonna make any promises when, but if you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe. I promise that the content will be there sometimes, even if not very often at the moment. But that is it for this video, so bye, and I'll see you in the next one.